Okay, it's time for pairing with Bunny.
It's time for
I
pairing with
switched it to
Bunny.
YouTube this time. I can hear the theme song. Can you?
Very faintly. I can hear it as
Well, they
though
can
like
hear
I'm
it.
in a tunnel and the theme song is playing in the city above.
Pairing with
Pairing
Bunny.
with Bunny. Okay, and then once it
Stop,
gives
iTunes.
me
Stop.
the stream on YouTube, then I can
Okay.
tweet it.
Oops, that's the wrong screen.
I've
There
got
it
a
is.
new
That's the right screen.
microphone for a new Pairing with Bunny auditory experience.
Yay. Yes, yes. So less kind of warbly echo thingies.
It's so cute. It's such a cute little microphone. Okay, come on, YouTube.
Okay.
Give it to me. Give me the stream. Give me the stream.
Ah!
Give it
Ah!
to me.
Stop it, you stupid computer. What the F are you doing? God. Oh. What is it doing? It's
Is that
doing
where that
something
sound is coming
stupid.
from?
No, my screen just went blank. I don't know. Okay. So you are changing your pairing with Bunny creature feature site.
Yes. I'm trying to get it to give me the new stream on Pairing with Bunny so I can
Yeah, I don't see it either.
tweet it. It usually takes like a second for it to come up, but not usually.
YouTube, it's free. What do you do?
Okay, well, it'll pop up eventually. Sometimes it takes like a minute.
Okay.
Um,
Meanwhile,
okay.
you're doing some code.
Yeah, so I went in to do some CSS on our loot page, and I mean, you can tell I haven't done very much. I just messed with the fonts a little bit.
Yay.
But I wanted to like center this stuff, and I found it difficult to put it in Flexbox because right now we have the elements that we created with the JavaScript appended to the body, and that just doesn't work very well.
Oh yeah, you want them in
for
divs.
CSS. So what we need to do is change it from being appended to the body to be appended to the div instead. And I think I know how to do that. I think that should be pretty easy, actually. All we need to do is change. This is the variable that we use for all of our appending. If you go through here, you can see that when we have the create new elements down here, this is why I was going to put it in VS Code so I could find and search. Oh, it highlighted it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
And yeah.
Okay, well, that'll be easy. So yeah, if we just change this variable, then it'll just change it over there. So I want to change its name because it is no longer that. So that's going to break our code for a second. And then I just need to change this to get element by ID. Its ID is big div. And then I can just go through here.
That should just do it, shouldn't? Oh, okay.
And change these.
You're just renaming them.
Give me handy little error buttons. Okay. And then I think that's the only instances that we use that. So it should look the same. Okay, great.
Okay.
It does look the
Good
same.
job.
Where is the stream?
YouTube, what is your problem? We are streaming to YouTube. According
Is it to the
to
right
OBS.
channel?
Aha! No, I have that it's live. I had to hit refresh on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Let me just like refresh it overall because I want to tweet it out.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Pairing with Bunny live stream. Okay, great.
All right. So we want
share
to
this
do.
Twitter.
I mean, eventually, we want to. We have the goal of making the list dynamically generated. But I think before we were going to do that, we were going to rearrange some things. Make current input in an object with methods. Oh, right. We wanted to make a kind of like state object structure. But if we move this to VS Code, Bunny, we could put it in TypeScript and we could express the interface. We can make this so pretty.
I don't think that'll be that hard. And then I also want to talk about, so I spent some time just kind of reading over the code. And I realized that like I understand everything that's going on, but this these parts here are what is confusing me a little bit. Not so much the code itself. Like, I understand the function. Like, I know that this creates an array, like, etc. But this part of the state object is kind of where I got a little lost.
Yeah, and that's what we want to change a bit and adjust so that it makes it clearer. So just copy. Well, you can export it to GitHub if you want. You can export the whole project to GitHub.
Oh.
From Glitch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Let's do that then. How do I do that?
That's a good question.
Loki, get your head out of my...
Oh, there you go. Cats.
Okay.
My cat did her nightly duty of knocking over my water glass.
Okay.
I try to remember not to leave water in it overnight or when I leave the room.
Loki, this is why I normally put it in a water bottle.
Ooh. Oh. Bunny. Copy that. Where you see every glitch, copy that. You don't even have to export it to GitHub.
Oh, every glitch project is also a Git repo.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Okay, so just clone that bugger.
Oops. I don't know. Not that.
Do git clone. Git clone. Nope. Git clone in your terminal.
Oh.
Different context. Yep.
No, where's my...
what happened to your terminal?
Where's my terminal? That's not right.
Bing. That's not it.
No, it's called Commander.
Command prompt.
Yeah, but this isn't the one that I normally use.
Oh, but there's another one.
This is not... Okay. I use, like, a fake one that I downloaded from the internet, and it's green. Oh.
There it is.
It's CMD. Okay. Great. Okay. So I can just...
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah, my typing sounds so loud on the microphone to my headphones.
Into Git.
Great.
The fuck? Oh, well. Do ls. Did it make a directory called Git? Ls Git for me. Okay. Move that. Move Git. MV. Well, if this is a Unixy prompt, then it's going to be MV. I think Windows is actually like move written out.
Oh, MP?
MV.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, move that to like creature feature or something.
Let's see. What's my... I think the name of that file is choose.
No. So it's a directory now. Call that directory like or put it somewhere. It's currently in your home directory, and you've moved it to choose.
That created one. I thought that meant to move it somewhere.
No, it renamed it. The move command renamed it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you now have a directory called choose with this project in it. Okay. So CD in there and CD to choose. And then type code dot. Yep. And there's your VS Code.
Oh. Cool. Great. I didn't know about that. Okay, great. So yeah, here's our index.html. Here's this. Okay, so I need to put that last change in here. For whatever reason, it didn't grab that.
Oh, it didn't save it? Oh.
But everything else looks good. I mean, that's not a big deal. It's a tiny change. Let me make sure that it took.
I'm curious what it does when you do git log. Oh, actually, if you go over to glitch, we might be able to just do fetch. I'm curious if you can do git fetch. Yeah, so there's glitch. That has your div l. What happens if you do git fetch in your choose directory?
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the directory.
Okay, nothing. All right. I was wondering if it would pull some more changes down. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Okay,
Glitch is doing
so let me
its
just
thing.
repeat this. Oh, yay, and now the autocomplete is on, and that's so much better.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to change this again to div l. I'm going to change this.
You might be able to push it up to glitch.
There.
There's a free name refactor for that.
There.
Oh, okay. Next time you want to change the name of a variable, let me help you, because that's not the way to do it.
I know. I can do find and replace.
No, there's a better way than that.
Oh, okay. And then now that I'm in choose, I can do live server.
Sure.
Actually, hold on. Wait. If I go, I need to go up a directory and then pick the file from up there, I think. So then that should... Great. Okay, so it'll still make this one the main one that it refreshes, so we'll still have to click over. But that was the same that we were doing on glitch.
Okay.
But now at least it will save it every time that we make an edit in VS Code, and it'll relaunch.
Cool.
Okay. So now I can mess with the CSS later and move some of that stuff around.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, look at all these colors. That's so much better. Okay, so...
Do me a favor. Push Command B. Thanks.
Okay. Why does this have a little...
Also push Command plus for me. Oh, that's so much better. Thanks.
So, yeah, I thought maybe we could talk about the state object a little bit, because this part is where I got a little lost at the end of last time.
Right. Right.
So I understand what it's doing. I understand, like, this creates an array, this pushes a new component. You give it a component for the function, it pushes that component to this array. And then for each of the components in the array, it goes through and it runs .update, component.update. But I don't know. I guess I just got a little lost as to the big picture.
Right, and we were going to change current input into an object that knows its value and knows it'll have like we'll give it a get function and a set function or something, and also a subscribe. So we can subscribe to changes.
Wow, that mic is so much better than my laptop mic. I can hear it picking up on me putting lotion on my hands.
True. Yay, Samson Go mic, $36 on Amazon.
Only took 2 tries, but we got it.
Yeah. If the other one ever turns up, then send it back.
Yeah. Okay, and then, and let me get YouTube up just in case somebody wants to get in there and comment.
Yeah, I have the chat up too.
Okay, great. Okay, so do we want to separate this out into another object?
No, leave it inside the state object, but instead of clear current input being a string, make it an object with a value of example of input string.
Okay, this one here?
No, the current input. Make current input an object.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so give it like a value property that is example of input string for now.
Yeah.
So we want this to be an object that's smart. Yeah, so then go ahead and put the clear function inside that object, but then you won't have to call it clear current input anymore. You can just call it clear.
Just call it clear. Okay, so put it inside of this object.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that whole rest of state object is going to be inside this object.
Okay, so I can put this object like this. Okay, value. Yeah. And then I can put, let's see, what would the formatting be on this? Should I put it all the way over here?
Just hit save. Just hit save.
Okay. Value. Okay, so now we can put clear current clear over
here. Just clear, yeah, because we already know we're just clearing it. And then move that function in there.
So that's going to be everything from here.
Right.
Okay, and then I'll just get rid of this.
Yep.
Wait, this needs to go too,
right?
Yeah,
you have one extra. Okay, good. No, we've missed Why does that have... No, I think you were wrong. You do need an extra curly brace. Yeah, because you've got the end the for each and the function. We still need to end the current input object.
Oh, yeah. Done.
Okay. All right, now hit save. Hit save. Okay.
Okay, but this one doesn't need a comma because this one's the end of the object. Oh, Elliot's here again.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello. Okay. But now you can move that. Instead of update me when input changes, call it subscribe inside the current input object. Because we're subscribing to changes. So this is an important programming pattern. It's called pub/sub for publish subscribe.
Okay.
So when pub/sub means that, so you're the current input. You're the one who implements pub/sub. I am a component, and I want to subscribe to your changes, like subscribing to a newsletter. Okay, so current input has a newsletter.
Okay.
Its newsletter is published whenever its value changes.
Okay.
And the component is going to subscribe to its newsletter.
Okay.
Okay, so add a subscribe property to current input, which is that update me when input changes function.
Okay, and that I can do after this line. Right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Should I put a semicolon there?
No, it's a comma. And you can put trailing commas. You can put a comma on the last property, and it's a good idea to do that.
Okay. Okay. So now I have another property. So this is going to be the subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. I already knew what I wanted. Okay. And then I can just take this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take that function. Also take the components after. Take the array because it'll...
Oh, okay. So take this whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Okay. So copy. Paste that there. Okay, get rid of this. Hold on. This needs... That doesn't need a comma because it's the last one.
Yeah, but give it one anyway.
Okay.
It's good property to give it, or good practice to give it one anyway.
Take all of this.
There's a reason for that, but we don't need it right now.
And then I still need, this one here. Okay, for the state object. Great.
Okay. So now you can change components to update after input change. Change that to subscribers.
Okay.
Because this is what we're maintaining a list of subscribers to our newsletter.
Okay, should I do find and replace on this one?
Oh, right click on it and say refactor. Pick refactor down that one.
Okay.
No refactoring is available. Oh well. There's okay, so the way I would do this one, because they're all really close, is I would pick it. I would select, if you double click it, you select the word, and then I would type subscribers. And then I would select subscribers and hit Control-C.
Oh, and then
go pick the other two, and Control-V. Yeah, because they're all on the screen right here, I don't feel the need to search and replace because it's scoped to this object, so I know they can't be anywhere else. Search and replace is another. What I really wanted to do was rename, but that works for variables, but apparently not properties at the moment.
Okay, and I've got a little angry thing over here.
What is it yipping about?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything. It's just like, oh, what?
Oh, I think it's just saying you deleted something. That's like git log saying you deleted something.
Oh, okay.
Hit escape.
Oh my god.
Escape.
What is this?
Just push escape.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Run away. Escape. Escape. All right.
I've hacked the mainframe. I've gone too far. We're too deep. I'm falling into the matrix.
Okay, so now we've turned current input into its own little object that knows about subscribing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we better fix the rest of our code to work. If this was TypeScript, it would just tell us. But let's go ahead and fix it before we make a change that big. So wherever it was using current input, we need to change it to use the new function names.
Okay, right. Because right now, dot current input is just the object.
Oh, you're right. That needs to not say current input. That needs to say value.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it say value.
Okay. So we got that. Okay, I think that was the only instance of that. Oh, wait. Another one down here. So state.current input also needs to be changed to state.value.
No, undo.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Go down to that other place.
I saw that it was highlighted and started typing, but forgot that I actually had the other one.
You want current input dot value.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Dot value. Okay, there, and that's going to be the same here. We need to change state.current input dot value.
Except it's really rude to do that.
Okay.
Because current input has a newsletter. Actually, do you want to learn about getters and setters in JavaScript?
Yeah, I've learned about them once before. Okay. I did like one lesson over them, but that was a long time ago. So yeah, it's not the first time that I've heard of them, but I could use a refresher.
So put dot value here right now, but put it to do. This is rude on that line on 57.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, wait. Go ahead and do current input dot value. And then say to do. Make this send a newsletter. There's no dash in to do. To do is a technical term. Oh. There you go. Okay. All right. So to do, make the send a newsletter. That's fine. So let's find where we were calling clear current input and make that call the new function.
Okay. Let's see. Where were we calling that?
Somewhere there's update me where input changes. So line 59 needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
To current input dot subscribe. Yes. And somewhere we were calling clear current input.
Yeah, we were. Let's see.
You can search for it.
Down there.
There it is. Okay, and the event listener on the add button.
Okay, so now that also needs to be current input. Oops, what?
There you go.
Dot value.
Dot clear.
Oh, dot clear, right.
Okay, let's see if we busted anything. It probably updated itself in your browser.
Right? Elliot says another t-shirt we need is to do is a technical word.
Yeah, it is. To do is a technical term. It means something you're leaving in the code that you need to fix before you put it in production or sometime later. And there are like programs that will check to-dos. You can have your IDEs highlight them for you. So yeah, a to-do, all one word. Usually it's all caps as well. It is a technical term for something in the code that you need to fix before some other condition.
Should I turn my light on? Is my face too dark?
Half of your face is dark, but the other half is very well lit.
Okay, yeah, that's because my window is on that side.
Yeah.
And I had the door open for like some backlighting, but Tyler is working downstairs and I've got the headphones, so he has to play his stuff through the speaker.
Oh, good.
Thank you for joining us again, Elliot.
You only have one pair of headphones?
I love that you've watched so many times. Oh, we're going to get another pair at some point.
There are like really pretty darn decent headphones on Amazon for $12.
These that I have are really nice. These were like $300 or $400 headphones.
Wow.
That I got for my birthday a couple years ago.
I don't buy those anymore because the cats love to eat these.
You know, our cats, they're very picky. They low-key will chew apart headphones that have the little thin cords.
Uh-huh.
But ones like this that have fat cords, he won't touch.
Huh. Now,
he only will chew little thin cords.
The little thin cords are their favorites, but I think it might be just that they can get through them because Pixie chews those into like 8 pieces. But these have cat teeth marks on them where she has tried.
Things, but electronics are not one of them.
That's
luckily,
good.
Shoes. he will demolish.
You have to put them in the bathtub?
Yeah, electronics he leaves alone. And this
Not
was
tasty.
Our animal corner. A brief interlude. Okay.
Okay. Right. So we have this. See if it works, Bunny. See if it works.
Okay. Oh, did it actually refresh this page?
Quite possibly.
I would have assumed.
How would we know? Check the source.
That can't be right.
And find out if it refreshed it.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's new.
No, it did.
Good. So Live Server is doing better. It's refreshing the page you have up instead of always going back to the nice one.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Live Server. I'm so glad I learned about that. It's such a useful, little thing.
Yay.
And yeah, see, all I have on here is just to change these fonts.
Cool.
And then now that I've got them appended to a div, later I can go back and center them and move them around.
So see if it clears the button. Or see if it clears the input. Type in the input, push the button, see if it clears it. Oh, it's not working. Okay.
Oh, time for the debugger. It's time for the debugger. We will put it on clear. Oh, here is the problem. It told us right here.
Current input is undefined. Oh, someplace we're setting current input to something because that used to be a string.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look.
Search for current input equals. Current input.
Okay, that.
Oh, add loot item current input. That's wrong, but okay. How is current input being null? Subscribe value. Okay, keep looking at it.
It's not used at all down here.
Okay, keep. Would you hit the next button on the searching thing?
Let's do that. Okay.
Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay. Now on There was some place that we were definitely misusing it. Keep going. Okay, there. When we say add loot item, that should definitely be state.currentinput.value.
Oh, right, because it's picking up the value of what we actually put into the text box.
Yeah, and it would get TypeScript. Before we make any other refactors like this, we're moving to TypeScript because it's going to help so much.
Yeah, and I'm interested in TypeScript. I have enjoyed learning about it so far. I still don't know it well enough that I could just put it in there on my own.
Mm-hmm.
But I think doing this whole project, converting it to TypeScript, will be a good practice.
Yeah, and it will help. It will make this stuff clearer.
Once we fix this, I'll retweet again that we're doing another TypeScript lesson specifically.
Cool.
Grab attention. Okay, so we did that. Let's go back here. Oh, let's go ahead and open this up just to make sure it's doing all the stuff it's supposed to be doing. It should fire on every letter. Okay, great.
Oh, good. Okay, but now we've got the same problem where current input has become undefined. Oh, let's put a watch on it. Okay. Go to your debugger thingy.
Okay, debugger is in here.
Okay. So you want to go to... Okay. We need to find... First of all, hit refresh to start it over. Okay. And then we need to put a watch on stateObject.currentInput. Let's see. Okay, so make a debug point... just make a debug point where we define state object. I don't know, somewhere.
Here we go, right here?
Yeah, stick a debug point there.
Probably here?
No.
Okay.
No, up. There. Okay, now hit refresh. Command R. Okay, it's hit that. Now, script, component button devel. Oh, okay, step over, so it'll have to find state object. Yep. Okay, so now we see state object. Click into state object or expand it on the right. You can't see where I'm pointing. Let me get annotate. I want you to click here. Can you see the green? Give it a sec.
Oh, there it is. Oh, my head was covering it up. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so click there.
Okay.
And then right-click on current input. Does it give you anything when you right-click on it?
Oh, right-click. Sorry.
I
not
want
really.
I want to watch it. Okay. Click on state object. I want to watch it. Open the watch thing at the up here. No watch expressions plus. Okay. Type state object dot current input. Yep. Okay. Now, let's see what happens when you type in the box.
Okay.
Oh, you'll have to hit play.
Oh. What? Okay, it took me all the way.
I wish I wouldn't ask that. It's so useless.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop this debugger from running.
No, you just need to hit play. Just hit play. There.
Oh, play.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now type something. Shoot. Where's our watch? Oh, click on the watch thing. There's something over here that says watch. Okay, the value is now empty. What kind of garbage is that? Did we hit our error already? No, it's still an object. What is going on? Click in the console. Does it show our error?
Yes.
Read value.
Cannot read property value of undefined on line 64.
Click on that. But yet our watch says that state object dot current input is undefined. Oh, but the state. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait, I got it. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is all right. This is something I messed up and it's important. And the types would have found it for us immediately. Dynamic languages, why? So we used to be passing the whole state object into update. Mm-hmm. But now, go look at our source. Go look at what our current input thingy is passing into that update function. Yeah, so current input is now passing. Whoa, we passed. Okay, there.
Oh. Yeah, here it is.
So you hold still. Okay. So we're now passing just the current input object into that update function. So that means, why does it ask me all of the Zoom? I push clear and it pops up this effing drop down. Clear all drawings, clear my drawings. All the drawings are my drawings, Zoom. Don't ask me for more things. Okay. All right. Now, so we've changed what's getting passed into the update function. Sorry. Thank you, sir. He's probably trying to sleep. Oops. Yeah, so in that update function, we're already passing current input, and we don't need to say current input.value. So go to your update function in, what component was that?
I think the update was in this.
It was line 64 that was throwing the exception.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so now when you get this state, you're actually only getting the current input. So you can just say state.value.
Oh.
That was the, what did that just do? Undo, Command Z.
Somehow it deleted a semicolon up there. Okay, this is it. Okay, so just stop value. Okay, wait, this needs to go away. Okay, that was the problem.
Yes, because a particular state that we're getting in there is current input. Okay, so now Chrome is like, hey, I updated something and I hit a debug point. You can turn off the debug point now. Great. And push play so it'll go.
Oh, yeah. Control Shift I. Let's inspect. Okay. So let's go here.
Yay.
Okay. Now it is working. And it cleared it.
We're back to working. Quick, make a commit.
Oh, hold on. Let me do that again. I spelled your name wrong, Elliot. There we go. Let's add the right one. Done.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
So let's make a commit.
A commit.
Quick. Something worked.
Okay. I don't know if I can. Oh, let me just. what did we figure out? There was a way to open up a new tab on here.
Command T. Or Control T.
Oh, yeah, Control T. Okay, that's right. That way we can just keep live server doing its thing over there. Okay. And then we need to go to the folder. Should add it in there. So now I have a choose folder on my desktop, and I have a choose folder in my. Okay, that was my bad. I was confused when I renamed it, and then I didn't realize it made two. That's okay.
You can rename it again.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Get status. Okay, good. Those are our changes, so commit that. Get commit dash AM, then give it a message. Yes, Elliot has been looted. Okay, you have to say get commit.
Okay, sorry, wait. Okay, get dash AM.
No, get commit.
Oh, again. Okay, get commit. Oh my god, I cannot spell commit.
Dash A says all the modified files.
Okay.
And then dash M says here comes a message, and you can pass it a string. Yeah.
Updated objects. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So, you don't have to worry about package.json. I don't think we're not bringing any modules. You can just tsc dash init, or is it tsc init? I forget. And we'll get, there it goes. Now we have a ts config. And that should make, and then all you have to do is move loot.js to loot.ts.
Oh, okay. So I can do that in here?
Yep. There or in the editor.
Is that how I do it in here?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. And now in here, yep, we now have loot.ts.
Great. Okay.
And let's go ahead.
Oh, and it's already freaking out.
Yes, excellent. We can fix that.
I'm gonna tweet again and tag this one TypeScript.
Okay.
Since we're specifically doing that now. Or getting ready to practice making a TypeScript overhaul on a JavaScript file.
Yay.
Hashtag TypeScript.
Yay.
Hashtag JavaScript. Hashtag women who code. Okay.
Did it suggest that one for you?
I just see it a lot.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, well, I'm a woman.
Yeah, you are.
Coding, technically. So.
You're almost 30, too.
I know.
There were some tweets about we need more women. I need to see more women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Well, that's going to be me soon. I've only got like 8 months left.
Wow.
Being in my 20s.
Okay. Good. We did the tsc init, and now we have a TypeScript file. Let's turn on the compiler. I think it's just do Command-Shift-P and then type, I think it's build. Run build task. And then pick TSC watch. Yep. So now the compiler is going to watch your TypeScript and build JavaScript, which will in turn trigger live server to update the website.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. But we can fix these errors just by turning off strictness.
Elliot added a hashtag in the chat. It's very very long. Do you see it?
Please, compiler, remove all those concerns from my brain. Oh, God, I hate JavaScript. Yes, exactly. Okay, but first
I love JavaScript. JavaScript is what's going to get me a job someday.
Yeah,
JavaScript is not that I don't have a job.
It's important, and TypeScript is also JavaScript. Okay, so open your tsconfig.json and let's turn off strict.
Okay.
So that it won't yell at us all day.
Oh, here we go. I can just change that to false.
Yep. And now it's going to be happy. There you go. What is it yelling about in problems? Okay. Input L.value, property value does not exist. Okay, so now it's trying to be useful. Let's look at that line that it's yelling about. Please push 64? Command B. Yeah. You should be able to click on the line number over there or something. Command click. Control click.
Nope.
Oh, that's annoying.
We'll just have to go over
you lost your TS. Yeah, please close loot.js so you don't accidentally change loot.js. And open loot.ts again.
Yeah, who knows how I accidentally closed that.
Okay. Now push Command B to get that out of the way. And if you push Command J, no, I think I may have mapped that myself. Okay, good. Now you have a red over on the right.
Oh, this little tiny red?
Yep.
Oh my God, it's like one single pixel. Okay.
Now we can see what it is. All right, so TypeScript knows that get element by ID is giving you, okay, so if you hover over get element by ID, okay, there it is. It's telling you that that is going to give you an HTML element. Now, I think, hi, Ev. Oh, you look nice.
Hi, Ev. I guess she can't hear me.
Bunny says hi.
Hi, I'm Bunny.
Yeah. We happen to know that that's an input element, but TypeScript doesn't. I'm guessing an input element has that .value property.
That would make sense.
You could help me with the background.
Oh, you want me to clip you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
Ooh, these are tricky buttons.
Yeah.
One. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh my goodness, there's 3. Did I get it right? Hold on. These are very tricky buttons.
What are you doing? Are you tying a tie?
I'm buttoning like a shirt. I'm buttoning a shirt.
Oh.
Super tricky ones. Wow. It was like 1, 2. Okay, now the middle one. And 3.
Yay.
Yay. We have plans. Evie is taking French this year, and they learn a lot of things about French culture besides just the language. Yeah, it is great. And
hey, Elliot is French.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's in France. That's awesome. Right now, our the person who's talking to us in chat on our live YouTube is in France.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So she's been
really do the fork scrapey thing. That seems so impractical.
The push it up on your back of your fork thing. So she's been learning about French food and about table manners. So today we're going to go to the French restaurant and we're going to practice table manners. And she is like, why on earth would you push the peas onto the back of your fork? It's a thing.
The Frenchest thing we do in my house is Tyler makes excellent crepes. Sorry, crepes. I guess.
That's something. Yeah.
But Tyler has been practicing and his crepe game is so strong. He makes like restaurant style, like quality crepes. They're so good.
Okay, well, he can make those next time we come visit.
Exactly.
Okay, we need to tell TypeScript that we happen to know that this input, that this get element by ID is in fact returning to us. Ooh, French culture is mainly speaking about things you have eaten while you were eating.
That's
I
perfect.
approve.
I love to eat and I love to talk. And I love to talk about what I eat.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
And I love to like actively look forward to food that I'm going to eat and talk about in the future.
Also, you get to drink good wine.
Also, you get to drink the
and
wine.
croissants. Oh, Okay. Okay, so we need to convince it that this is an HTML input. When I say document.getElementById, after that, before the semicolon, say as HTML input and see if it gives us any suggestions.
Okay. Like this?
As, uh-huh.
All one word?
No. As is a keyword to say, I'm going to tell you what kind of thing this is.
Okay, I have not encountered that keyword yet.
Yeah, it's a cast operator. It's like, I'm telling you what this thing is.
As HTML...
Type I...
Input element.
Okay, yeah. Do that. Okay. And if you hit save, it'll put a space before your as.
Oh, there okay. Yeah, I haven't encountered that one yet, but I can tell it's a keyword because it is purple.
Oh, there you go. Cool. And this is good because yeah, so you've told TypeScript you have more information about the type of that thing than it does. And now it's happy about the dot value because you told it was an input element.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So now it understands. It's saying, why is it a dot value here? But now that it knows, oh, it's an input element. Input elements need dot value in order to get.
They have that property. Other elements don't. Not every element has a value property, but this one does, and we know it's one of these.
Cool.
Great. Okay, you better make a commit. Because we just got it to compile, and that's beautiful.
Okay.
You need to do get add dot because we added a new file.
Oh my god, I can never remember. Oh, that's right. Okay, because we added the TS file.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I need to take that little Git course. I'm so bad at it. Okay.
It's hard.
Updating to TypeScript.
But I'm really, really good at it.
Yay. Okay. And then I can just close out of that, right?
Yeah. Save and exit.
Okay, I saved. Okay.
Okay. Okay, made the commit. Great. Yay. Try git push just for fun. It'll probably ruin your... Oh, I don't think we picked right. We didn't pick a right, so it won't. Oh, update to rejected because they're... Oh, well, let's not worry about that.
Hey, git push you could get perfectly as knuckle tattoos because you could do GIT and then a space or like a little heart or something and then PUSH. Because we said it would be git status, but that was a little like too long.
Git push.
Yeah, and then if you were gonna punch somebody, you'd be like, if someone's getting up in your face, you'd be like, you need to calm down, or you are gonna get pushed.
I can do that in Sharpie. Okay, that's hilarious.
Truly, my career should just be making puns about programming concepts.
It's an important aspect of programming.
Okay. So I don't think we have any other red.
Let's now that we have TypeScript, we can express some things. All right. So if we look at current input, for instance, current input has, oh, you need to scroll down a little. What are you doing? The bunny is out of communication.
What? Oh, I was checking the Twitter. Sorry. Okay.
Okay. If you look at current input, scroll down a little. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. This is a kind of it holds state and it implements the pub sub. It has a newsletter. And we can make that into like a kind of thing. We can make it be an interface. And how to even declare that with a literal as well? Oh, okay. Yeah. We can do this a couple different ways. Let's talk about what kind of things can subscribe to the newsletter.
Okay.
All right. So maybe we'll start by making an interface for our components.
Okay. Interface for our components. Can we talk again about the components?
Yes.
In general?
Yes. Go look at one of the components.
because I think that's, again, still where I was getting kind of messed up of, like, I'm having trouble, like, fully realizing what the component is, like, what piece of data that is.
Okay. So let's look at one of our components.
Okay.
There are several. There are two or three. Look at one of them.
Okay.
Go up or down, either way.
Oh, like one of these.
Yeah, go look at one of the instances of component, which we're about to define. Okay, we're in the state function. Look at anything else. Or in the state object, rather. Look at anything else in this file. Scroll up or down, please. Okay, component input. That's a component, right?
Okay.
So it has a create, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has, scroll down a little so we can see the whole thing, please. Thank you. It has an update and it has an ID.
Oh, I see what you mean. So by component, it's actually, by passing in a component, you mean we're passing in one of these component objects.
Right.
That makes sense. Okay. Yep. For whatever reason, that just wasn't.
Okay. Well, let's define a type for those.
Okay.
Let's
because by component, what it really means is one of our component objects.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's why TypeScript is good, because I just somehow that was not.
Yes.
Okay, that totally makes sense.
Scroll back down to our component input. Good. Let's define a type for this. So,
okay.
like above that one, make an interface or a type. It doesn't matter. An interface called component. Okay. You need to type the word interface. And then component with a capital C. Yes. Because,
rude.
Don't do that. There. Okay. And then open curly, close curly. Don't click. Okay, good. Okay. Now, we're declaring an interface. Are you familiar with the word interface? Have you studied that?
I mean, I'm familiar with it in a general sense. I'm not familiar with it in specifically a programmer's
in a technical sense.
Like, obviously I've heard the word interface before and I know what it means, like the interface that the PlayStation gives me so I can select my video game. But in terms of programming.
Okay. And that's a graphical user interface, or GUI, the PlayStation's is. This one, as a programmatic interface, or an API, which is an application programming interface, or something, here, we're going to say, okay, any component is going to present a certain interface for other things to manipulate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like your PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there's a component, you can count on it having a create function.
Okay.
And an update function.
Okay.
And an element ID. And we can tell it what the types of those are. Okay, so inside your interface, give it a create property. But here we don't give it the value, we give it the type instead. So it's create : and then just say, we'll just name it as a function of state to HTML element. Yeah, that's good. And then give it a fat rocket for the to. Because in types, to declare the type of a function, you use arrow syntax to HTML element. Yeah. Yep. Put state in parentheses. Yes. Okay.
That made it happy.
Now we haven't, we declared a name, but not a type for its argument, and that's fine. Let's just leave that alone for now. Okay. Hit save, hun, because I can't handle your formatting. All right, now put create on a new line, and put a return, please, after the interface and before the component input. Like put a blank line between the interface and the const, please. No, sorry. After the declaration of the interface, I need a new line. Okay, thanks. And hit save one more time. Okay. Now I can look at it. Thanks. Okay, let's tell it that our component input is a component. So after the name of component input, put a : component.
Oh, here?
Yep.
And it's a capital C component.
Yep, we use capital letters for types.
Okay,
Good.
so now it knows that the type of this is a component, and every component should have a create function that takes in the state, and then it creates an HTML element.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy. It got really upset.
Well, hover over the red to see the error message.
Stop yelling at me, Visual Studio Code. Give me the hover. Oh my god. It hovers and like I'm not touching it.
Stupid thing. Okay, well, spoiler. It's telling you that you have an extra function here. And that's fine.
That makes sense because we said that it has this, but we didn't tell it that it has an update. So if I added an update in here, then the red would go away.
Which we want to do anyway, so we might as well do that.
Okay, so is it a comma after this one or semicolon?
Comma.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if the rules were different for that. Okay, so for update, it also takes in a state. But it doesn't create, it doesn't go to a new HTML
Does it do anything? It just changes it. Just so void. It goes to void, which means all it does is have side effects.
Okay, but it doesn't create anything new because it's not creating, it's updating. Okay.
Right. Okay, and then does it complain about element ID or is it fine with that? Nope, now it
doesn't like it.
Okay, yeah. Object literal may only specify known properties and element ID does not exist. Well, we want it to exist on type component. We might as well declare it as a property in component. It's just a string.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And now to tell us that we have a typo, because is it lowercase d or uppercase d? I don't care, but you have to be consistent. There we go. Okay. So now we know that it's a component. Good. Now we can go in our current input where we were like doing the subscribe thing. This is component. Yeah, click. Well, create function state. How will I guide you to this? This is fine. That state is actually the whole state. But the update is just getting the current input. So at some point we can modify that, but this is fine. Let's go to where you define the current input object. And in the state object, it's up.
Oh, in the state object, which is above here.
Okay, yeah. So now when you subscribe and we named it component, you can say that gets a component specifically. So on line 38, you can say component : component with capital C. Yes.
Yeah.
And now we have an object literal here. I don't want to get too involved.
What does object literal mean?
Oh, an object literal is when you go like curly brace, property : value, property : value.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you have when you type a string in quotes, that's a string literal.
Oh, okay.
And when you type a number, that's a number literal.
Okay.
So an object literal is just like I'm hard coding an object right here. I'm defining it. Good. So where else would that type be useful? Let's tell it that subscribers is an array of components. So like on 41, tell it that you've got an empty array. Let's tell it that that's an array of components. So say as component.
And I would do that here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as
components, open close square brace.
Oops, wrong one. There we
go. Yeah. Okay, so now we told it that is a component array.
Of components.
Yeah, so on 35, change update to like udpate or something.
To what?
Just an invalid word. Oh, man,
there.
Does it not know? It doesn't. Dang it. It doesn't know. I was hoping that would give us an error. What does it think component is there? Hover over component on 35. It's an any. Tut, tut, tut.
Is that because it's inside this its own little thing here? So I would need to add this here.
You can.
And then it would give us an error.
Yeah.
Yep.
That works. Also, we can make a type for current input. And so we could tell it that it has subscribers that are component array, but we don't need to go any farther than is useful with this. But the thing that we need to do is that we need to make the loot item work like current input. So let's go ahead and describe the type of current input. Up above the state object, let's make an interface for the kind of thing current input is. I'm not trying to make this too general. I'm not adding layers. You're not doing interface segregation principle yet, Jess.
What does that look like again? Hold on, I'm looking at the other one that we did, so I can't remember. Interface, okay. So is this also a component interface? Or is this be the state?
YouTube, your interface is crap. I can't seem to type. YouTube. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, how can I see the chat? I'm sorry. Let's call it piece of state. Yeah, that's good.
And then it's...
Elliot, our Twitter handle is Pairing Bunny.
I sent it to him.
Oh, okay, you did. All right, I can't... Fuck you, YouTube. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. Oh, crappy.
Elliot won't report us to YouTube. He's not a narc.
He watches Twitch anyway.
Better not be. It's been a cop this whole time. Report us to the YouTube police. Elliot won't report us to YouTube. He's not a narc.
Okay. Okay, so in our piece of state, we know we have a value that is a string. In this case, it's a string. What do we need to declare in our piece of state? We haven't done the getter setter thing either yet. That's okay. We have a value property, which is a string right now.
Yep.
I'll teach you about generics in a minute. And then we have a clear function, which, to declare a function type, you say what it takes, which is nothing, so open, close parent, and then what it does, or what it returns, which is nothing, so void. But you need a fat rocket in between.
Oh, right.
Yes, the arrow. There we go. Okay. What else do we have in current input?
We also have subscribe. So
okay, that's very important.
Subscribe is also a function, and it takes a component.
Yes, that's important.
So in here, would that be okay?
Here you want to
question. Would that be capital C component or lowercase c component?
So here's one of the things that confuses me about TypeScript. You have to give it a name, which is going to be lowercase, and then you can give it a type. So you want to say component : component.
Yeah, I'm already ahead of you. I got it this time.
Except
competent. That's a totally different word.
You might want to fix that.
Oh my god, I did it twice.
You did competent, which is, and it like morphed from component to competent. Great. All right. And okay, that also returns void.
It returns void. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I like the fat rocket.
Good. Okay. And then it has to happens to have a subscribers property, which are components.
Okay. So subscribers, which are capital C component.
Yeah. Okay. Array. So put the square braces to tell it that it's an array.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So now on 48, instead of saying as component, go ahead and take that off of subscribers.
Because we have it defined up there.
Yeah. And we need to tell it that current input. So on 49, after the curly brace, say as piece of state, but before the comma. Yes. Now, just out of curiosity, change the name of subscribers to something invalid, and I want to see if it gives us an error. Yes, it's like, oh, that's not a piece of state, yo. You need some subscribers and not some bananas, so now it's happy. Okay. So now we've told it that current input is a piece of state. Out of curiosity, now on 41, hover over subscribers. It still thinks it's any. That's terrible.
Yeah, it gets it here, but it's like it's not getting inside the scope of this function.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue, right? Scope issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about scope. I'm so smart.
I don't know why it doesn't. Probably it doesn't know the type. All right. It doesn't know the type yet. I know how to tell it that it's going to be a piece of state, but that's going to complicate things. Let's not worry about it yet. Good. Subscribe is happy. Subscribers can push component to it. That's happy. And everything is normal, right? I don't think we even changed the JavaScript with all this.
No, I don't think it changed any of it.
Okay. Good. Now that we have some types in place, so it makes a bit more sense. We want to make array of loot into a piece of state as well. However, I think I'll just teach you about generics. This is relatively advanced. YouTube it's now showing me the chat, but it scrolls off the bottom of the screen. I don't know. Stupid thing. So we want that. My goal is to make the array of loot into a piece of state. However, the value of array of loot is not a string. It's an array of strings.
It's an array, right?
Yeah. So here's a funny thing. Go to your piece of state interface, and I'm going to teach you some weird syntax. Okay. The value is a string. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to have a piece of state with a different kind of value. But we want it to be a consistent value. Here's a weird thing. Put, after the name piece of state on line 24, do open pointy brace.
A pointy brace?
Yeah.
Oh, like that?
Yep. And then a T, capital T, and close pointy brace. Okay. What this is, it's called a type parameter. And it says, I'm going to define a thing, but there's one type in this thing that's not the same every time. On 25, change string to capital T. Good. So this piece of state has a value and it has a type, but it might be different between different pieces of state.
Because sometimes it's a string and sometimes it's an array of strings?
Yeah, in this case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, in this specific case. So I just want to make sure I'm following.
Okay. So scroll down to the red. Yeah. And here we need to tell it what kind of piece of state this is.
Okay, because we're not being specific here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you do the pointy brace thing again. And here you give it a value for T, which is a type, which is string. So now you tell it, this is a piece of state with a string in it. If you hit save, it'll probably remove that space because, yeah, it likes it like that. Okay.
So, there's a TypeScript question.
Does TypeScript do type inference? Yes, very much. It does do type inference. However, I haven't declared the type of current input until like at the end of the object definition. So it's not doing, it's not figuring out the subtypes within the object correctly. It's noticing if it doesn't conform to piece of state, but it doesn't know in the definition of the object that subscribers has this type. We could fix this with a class or a couple different ways, but I'm trying not to complicate it too much, and we're leaving it alone for now. Okay, so now what we want is for array of loot to be a piece of state.
Okay.
See if you can make, and notice that we'll wind up, the current input has one way of changing it, which is clear. Our array of loot has a different way of changing it, which is add. So we'll wind up adding that to our piece of state interface.
Okay.
Add or append or something. And yeah, that's a little weird, but it'll be fine. Or we can also have an additional method on that one, but that would be weird. Whatever. See if you can make the array of loot into a piece of state instead of just a value.
And so I would do that here, right? And say like that. But then it's red because it doesn't know the type. Because I said it could be, so but this one is an array. Mm-hmm. So I would do this. Nope, that's not right.
You can do capital array if you want, the usual shorthand is string open close square brace. Because you have to say what it's an array of. Yeah.
I was on the right track.
That's actually shorthand for array open close because it has a type parameter too of string.
It didn't like that.
Well, that's because this is the value that, right? You have to make it an object and give it properties, and one of the properties is value, which is this array of strings. The array of strings by itself is not a piece of state.
Oh.
The array of strings is a value of a piece of state. So see if you can make it conform to piece of state. That part was, well, whatever. You can do it in whatever order.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought that was going to work. So
okay, what is array of loot right now? What is that value?
It's a array of strings.
Right. What is piece of state?
Piece of state is an interface.
Mm-hmm. And it represents an object.
Mm-hmm.
So if array of loot is going to be a piece of state, array of loot is going to have to be an object.
Okay, right, because array of loot is an array of strings, but array of loot itself is a method, or not a method, it's an item on an object.
The value of array of loot is the array of strings.
Right, but array of loot itself is an item on an object. Okay.
That's also true. Do you remember how with current input it used to be example of input string, just the string literal?
Sorry, what?
Okay, focus. Leave Twitter alone. Do you remember how current input when we started was just the string, example of input string?
Yes, and then we broke it out into an object.
Do that whole thing with the loot.
Okay. So
you can rename it if you want to. It could just be
I'll rename it later. Okay, so I can open this here. Oops.
Okay.
And then give it the close one here. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. Let's save that so it'll format. Okay, and then we'll give this a name. Just give it its value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So now...
You want a comma there real quick.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can try that as piece of loot thing that you had before.
You mean piece of state?
Yes. Yes. Thanks.
Okay, and now I need to give it its little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still an array of strings.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I do
that. That tells you what kind of value this piece of state has.
There. Good. Now it's happy.
Okay. It's happy. We did a cast. It's not an accurate cast yet because we don't actually implement piece of state in array of loot currently. I have have about 20 minutes. We don't go ahead and move your, but we don't accurately input piece of state. We just say that we implement piece of state. To implement an interface, you define all the properties and stuff of that interface with the right types. But we still need subscribe and clear. We don't actually call clear on this one, so you can skip that one if you want. But if I were you, I would copy 41 through 50 and stick it in array of loot.
Oh, gotcha.
So then it really will implement piece of state, except for one thing. No, up.
Oh, right, because this is actually the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then...
Okay, good.
That, and then that. Okay, there we go. And then I can take it out of here. Okay, where did I start with this one? I started with clear. Okay.
Oh, so no, leave it there.
Oh.
We're making another piece of state. So we copied the newsletter functionality from current input and added it to array of loot as well. Mm-hmm. Except line 39 is wrong. If you were going to clear the array of loot, you wouldn't set it to empty string. If I had TypeScript, if I had the typing right on this, it would be happier. So how would you clear an array?
You just give it an empty array.
Yes. Good. Okay. And now bring your add function down and stick that in your array of loot. Okay. That one you can cut and paste.
Oh, okay. Oh, then let me grab this comma. X, okay, and then put it, okay, so this is the end of that. Okay, so then it goes after this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good, okay. And now instead of this dot array of loot, you'll have this dot value, right?
Yeah.
On 46. And now you have the ability to send a newsletter. So if you copy 37 through 39, you can put that in add as well as in clear, because the thing about array of loot is it needs to publish its newsletter every time it changes.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's go change the places that we use array of loot or add loot item so that they work.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think there's any... Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So state dot add loot item would then need to be state dot...
That one happens to be getting like the whole state object.
Yeah. So it'd have to be state dot...
array of loot dot add loot item.
Dot add loot item. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay.
And that was the button. Okay, yeah, the button doesn't subscribe to anything. It's always just the button.
Okay, now we're looking for
everything else that uses array of loot. Search for array of loot, please. Because we don't want to miss any. I don't have the types arranged so that they help us maximally at the moment. Okay, that was good.
Okay, that's the one I just fixed.
Good. So there's two more that we need to change. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's a console.log. You can leave that alone. Oh, well, actually change it to this dot value. Yeah. That'll work better. Okay, and one more. Okay.
Okay, and then this one now needs to be state object dot array of loot dot...
No, that's correct. We need to change the update function in component UL.
Okay.
To expect that piece of state. So go to component UL. Find the definition of that.
Here it is.
Okay. So what it's going to get, instead of getting list items, it's going to get a piece of state that is a piece of state of array. So to start with, just on 107, tell that list items thing that it has type piece of state with a string array in it. Yes. Array, string array.
Oh.
Right, that one gets a string array. Okay, yes. And now it knows that you can't just for each on a piece of state. You have to get its value and for each on that. On 110.
On 110, okay. Yeah, property for each does not exist on type. Okay, so how do I fix that?
You need to get its value out. And for each on the value.
Okay, and do I do that on this line?
Okay. You have list items dot. After the dot, push control space. And it has suggestions for you.
Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, and then the only other thing is we need this one to subscribe. So in its create function, it wasn't getting the state object, but we need to give it the state object. On 102, it needs to get the state object as a parameter.
Oh, okay. So, and that would be here, that I would give it that. Or no, it would be in
Yes.
In here? In here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one would be...
String array again is fine. It doesn't actually matter. You need to give it a name. Say state : piece of state. There you go. And then now in your create function, subscribe to it.
Oh, so kind of like what I did up here?
Mm-hmm.
I just need to copy that again?
You just need to call subscribe on the state.
Oh, okay.
Get a little inconsistent up there.
So just... That's not right.
Well, in a couple ways. See if you can figure it out.
This one doesn't... I don't know.
Okay, step 1, do it before the return.
Oh, right, because the return is always last. Okay.
Yeah, once you return, you're out of the function. Okay, state.subscribe.
Oh, okay, so I was on the right path.
Yeah, but what do you need to pass it? So when you do this, it tells you expected 1 argument instead of 0.
It needs a component.
Yeah, it needs a component. So component UL should be a component. Say this.
Oh.
Yeah. And then on 101, you can declare that component UL is a component. Oh, and it tells you, okay, well, yeah, it should have an elements ID. That would be nice of us.
Oh, because I can give it, I can tell it that it's an element ID.
It has an element ID. We should put that in a property.
Okay, and I can do that here, right? And how do I do it up there?
No, you're in... Oh, how did you do it? Yeah, you can look how you did it up there. That's a good idea. It's on line 94.
Do I need to make its own little interface then?
It has its own little interface. See, on 94, you declared an element ID property.
Uh-huh.
You need to do that.
Oh, okay, right. That's because I said that components should have an element ID property, and this one doesn't have an element ID property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it there. Okay. So I can add that if I want. I could add that here.
Good.
Okay, and then this one's element ID.
Look on line 104.
Yep, and there's its ID.
Yep.
Okay.
Comma. Yeah, and then if you want, you can replace those hard-coded strings of loot list on 104 and 109 with this .elements ID, which would be nice of us.
What was the other one? 109?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so we should have one red. Do we have something red?
Yeah, my face is on it right here.
Okay.
It's like one little pixel.
Okay. So what does create want now? It wants one argument.
And it wants that argument to be the state.
We didn't declare that. But it happens that, so we didn't declare that in the type yet. We'll get around to that. You need to pass it the state object dot array of loot. Yes. We didn't put that in the type yet, but we'll get around to that another day.
Okay, and then that fixed this one down here too.
Yes. So now let's see if it works. What have we screwed up? So far, so good. Ha-ha!
Still works.
And look, it added it to the list.
Sweet.
Okay, good. So, today, we made an abstraction for a piece of state. It's not perfect yet. It's still forming, but we've made an abstraction for a piece of state that knows how to publish a newsletter. And then we made our current input conform to that and made it a little more generic. And then we made array of loot we made that into a piece of state so that it publishes a newsletter. And then we subscribe to the newsletter in that unordered list component. And then it worked. So that subscribe was the key thing. We have some inconsistencies in this code. When are we passing a state object around? Let's do one more thing. I'll teach you a trick. The state object, this is a little bit obscure, but it's okay.
Froze. Is that on my end this time?
I don't know. It says
mine you're back. Okay.
Doesn't matter, whatever. Zoom, whatever. Okay, in your state object, I want to tell it that the state object is full of pieces of state. State object. Okay, yes. I want to put a type on state object that tells it that all its properties are pieces of state. Let me see if I can remember the syntax for this. So you give it a colon, and this is a record, capital R record. That's a TypeScript thing. Yes. This has two type parameters. One is string, so yes. And then the second one is piece of state. And then you have to give that a type parameter, so just give it any. Piece of state, pointy thing, any, the other pointy thing, that was backwards.
Oops. That? No.
Okay, piece of state, no comma.
Oh, okay.
Open pointy brace. Any, and then give it another closed pointy brace.
Oh, gotcha. So it's like inside of that one.
Yes. Now you should be able to take off the as piece of state cast on line 52.
Oops. Just do it this
way. Okay, good. Oh, and now it's saying, what is this add loot item? I don't know about add loot item. That was something we did special. So that's good. But on line 37, hover over subscribers for me. Oh, why do you know any? Oh, never mind. It didn't work. The record said all the properties in state object are pieces of state, which seems cromulent, but that still didn't tell me that subscribers was a what the F? I don't understand this particular thing about TypeScript. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead and leave that there. You can take it off on current input because it doesn't have the extra item. But I am happy that we said that state object is full of pieces of state. Yeah. It says its property keys are strings, which is true, they are. And its property values are all pieces of state of some kind or other, which is okay. I'm angry. Do me a favor, hover over subscribers on 57. Is it happy there yet? Nope, still any. Damn it. Okay, well, maybe we'll make it into a class at some point, and then it would know what the F its effing subscribers are. Any. Why is that? Whatever. Yeah. But we did lines 1 and 2. Yep. There's a bunch of abstractions that I could extend or add to this, but what matters is whether it's useful. I would organize. No, I mean, at some point I'll give component a type parameter of the kind of state that is backing it. But we don't have to do that now. It's working and it's putting things in the list. Yeah. And it's time for me to go take my kids to the French restaurant.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Yeah, good job, Bunny. You can play with CSS.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yeah, you should probably push this up to GitHub somewhere, but no rush. And do this again next week?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yay. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.